The bread for the Holy Father, who was then Pius II before the war, was placed inside like a locked chest, and my grandfather and my father had the key. They would open it, put the bread in and close it. The other key was in the papal apartment, and this practice lasted throughout the entire pontificate.
Situated just a few meters from the Vatican, the Borgo Pio neighborhood has undergone a transformation and is no longer characterized by poverty. The combination of increased tourism and the absence of state assistance compelled Angelo Arrigoni, the owner of the bakery that has supplied bread for the last 8 popes, to shut down operations.
Unfortunately, the bakery will close. The pandemic and the high energy costs in the end brought us down. In short, we are no longer competitive. It's a shame. I'm sorry, because my grandfather and father made great sacrifices. They went through the war, and thanks to this bakery, the neighborhood managed to eat bread. They provided free hot water for the children during the winter. They gave away the leftover embers from the bakery to heat the houses because it was a very poor neighborhood. And then we would cook. They would bring us pots and we would cook in them. In short, it was a center of life.
Insomma, è stato un centro di vita.
During the time of Pope Pius XI, a trusted aide would visit Arrigoni's bakery at dawn, carrying a lockable coffer of portable briefcase size. This precaution was taken to prevent any poisoning attempts, and the key was entrusted to only 2 individuals, one of whom was Angelo Arrigoni's father, the former proprietor of the bakery, who was prepared to protect it with his life. The baker would place the preferred Viennese bread of Achille Ratti, who was elected pontiff on February 6, 1922, inside the coffer. Subsequently, the bread would be handed over to the nuns serving the Pope, who held the other key in the papal apartment. Each pontiff had a preference for a specific type of bread. Pope St. John Paul II, when asked what type of bread he would like prepared, replied, "The bread my workers eat." Angelo's staff would send the Holy Father 5 rosettes, a simple inflated bread, and 5 ciriole, a classic Roman bread.
Ratzinger used to come, but I didn't know he was Ratzinger. At that time, he was a cardinal, but he always dressed like a regular priest. He used to come to choose bread. Normally, he would take the whole wheat bread, the one without yeast, which was a specialty. Not every day, but about 2 to 3 times a week. Then, when he became Pope, as usual, we would call the papal apartment, even though we knew what he wanted, and we would ask for the quantity and the type of bread he wanted. So the nun went to ask the Holy Father. She came back embarrassed, and she said, "No, we're sorry, but the Holy Father has his own baker in the Borgo." So I said to her, "Sister, I'm the baker." And she replied, "So he knows what he's getting?" "Yes, I know, but I have to call him." And so we continued to serve him even when he was Pope Emeritus, until the end, almost.
When Pope Francis arrived, Angelo and his staff began investigating the most common bread in Argentina to have it ready. However, the nuns informed them that the Holy Father didn't want bread made specifically for him, and that they should just send the leftover bread. Every pontiff has his own distinctive bread preference, and in some ways, it can say a lot about who he is. After 3 generations of bakers in the family, and having served 8 pontificates, the papal bakery has now closed its ovens, marking the end of a chapter in history.